That's right. It's now time for our Pink Club. And today, I think the wheel that is behind this particular show is inspiration. And I do have a guest in studio. If you had seen the poster already, we have none other than Mathu. And I'm laughing because she told me to introduce her as a recovering addict. Na sijui mbona naona nisiseme hivyo wewe. How are you? Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
It's good to see you.
Asante sana.
Na wewe kumbe ni mrembo in person, on video, everywhere. Guys, it's not a lie. She's very beautiful.
Asante,
very
thank you.
Beautiful.
Asante sana.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Yes.
Umeniambia ni kuita recovering addict wewe.
Recovering alcoholic. Mlevi soba.
Wewe ni mlevi soba.
Mimi ni mlevi soba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a journey for you, I believe, sindio?
Yeah, it has been a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And why I like being addressed as a recovering alcoholic why I'm not even ashamed about it, is because addiction is a shame-based disease, irrespective of which addiction.
Yes.
So many people are in recovery, but they don't want to be identified as people in recovery.
Yes.
Because they are still ashamed. And why they are ashamed is not because they feel bad about themselves, it's because of the people around them. Because there's still a lot of stigma that surrounds addiction, both in active addiction and in recovery.
Yes.
And my purpose for going public was to give women hope. Because so many women are struggling in substance use disorder, alcoholism, and all that. Most of them now have actually become closet users. They are using in the house, which can be very dangerous. They can easily die in the house, and then you kidogo nastukia, you are finding them after maybe a week or something like that.
Yes.
Many of them will become suicidal because nobody wants to listen to them. Because actually people thought that every other time, but more often than not, that's the truth. Every time you're talking to somebody, you're looking for money to go and drink. So even when you want to go to rehab, they will just tell you, tumezoea hiyo uongo yako. Because we are expert liars, expert manipulators.
Yes.
We manipulate your emotions, we manipulate your feelings, to suit our needs. So again, addiction. Let me use addiction because that's the language that the common mwananchi understands. These are the terms that maybe they might not understand as much as addiction is the common language for mwananchi. So it's a very complex brain disease, and the moment people will be able to see that addiction is a primary, progressive, chronic, relapsing brain disease, then we will not be able to label them. We will not be able to call them mamonyotas. We will not call them failures, because a person with alcohol problem is not a failure. He or she is down but not out.
Yes.
With treatment and rehabilitation, they can spring back to life.
Yes.
Now I'm 22 years sober.
Wow.
And nobody ever thought I would get sober.
Wow.
In fact, when I was being taken to rehab, people were telling my mom, ni pesa unatupa tu. Huyu hawezi kuwa sober even for one day. Here I am 22 years down the line.
22 years later.
I've not tasted any mood-altering substance at all. No cigarette, no mogoka. I used to chew mogoka, marijuana, alcohol, nothing. I haven't tasted a thing. So what I'd like to tell people is that recovery is possible with the right treatment, with the right approach. Let us not look at them as outcasts. They are not. We are making them outcasts, and we are the ones who make them actually do the things that they do, because they are seeking for attention. And attention, they will do anything to get that attention. And the problem with Mulevi, or the good side about Mulevi, is that they don't really care about the attention, whether it's positive or negative. They break the windows. That's attention for help. They want someone who will ask, why did you have to do this? So, but what do we do? Instead of trying to find out what is bothering this person, we either take them to a psychiatric unit, or we call the police for them.
Yes, we call police
or we call the chiefs. And then after they are taken to the police station, what do? You go and bail them out. So it becomes a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
They do something, you take them to the police station, you bail them out. Now, if you want this person to change, the moment he's arrested, can you identify a treatment facility and take him from straight to the police station? Let them go to a treatment facility. That is a rehab.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I think you've introduced the conversation that we are about to have, but Before that, I wanted to ask you, what's your pink? Because obviously, I think your journey has really brought us to this pink moment. Maybe you can answer that as we continue.
My pink is being here.
Being here today.
Being here and giving people hope that recovery is possible. Because that's what I love most. Giving people hope that recovery is possible, especially women.
Yes.
Women are looked down upon because they're supposed to be caregivers, they're supposed to be nurturers, they're the glue of the family. So when a woman gets into substance use, into alcoholism, then it becomes so bad. They become so lonely, they become very lonely among people.
Yes.
They're among people, but they're very lonely human beings. And most of them will be suicidal.
Yes.
I attempted suicide 3 times.
Oh, wow.
But God wanted me to live so that I can give my testimony
So that you
and
can
save
give
lives.
us this testimony.
Yes.
Now, can you briefly maybe share your story, maybe from the first exposure you had to alcohol throughout the years, the struggles, maybe even the rehabs, up to where now you are 20-something years sober?
You know, that can take 2 years, 2 hours. Hiyo story mazee ni noma na ni ndefu.
Yeah.
But actually, I started drinking when I was 10.
10?
Yes, I got my first tip from my dad. Like I said, addiction is primary. That means it's genetic. Yeah, some people are genetically predisposed to addiction. So
Yes.
our family is one. So my father had a drinking problem, so it runs in the family. I've lost 4 family members to alcoholism.
What?
Yeah. Immediate family members. My dad,
Wow.
my sister, my brother, and my niece.
Wow.
To alcoholism. So we started drinking when we were very young. And it started with a sip. My dad would give us a sip of Muratina. And you know, they believed Muratina had medicinal value. Because actually, if you had, I don't know what you call it in English. Gedhoko. Gedhoko, I don't know whether it's chicken pox or smallpox. Okay. One of those poxes. So, and then ilikuwa natucheka tukiwa wadogo.
Yeah.
So what you used to do, because you know the skin becomes very itchy, and you know you have this, what do you call it? Rashes all over.
Yeah.
Inside the stomach, inside the mouth, on the skin and everything. So they used to give the children Muratina, and then you are washed with that Muratina, and the itchiness would stop.
Oh, really?
So I don't know whether it's the high that made us not itch. So yeah, and then again, Muratina at that time,
yes.
it was not. It was very pure, because for pure Muratina, to get the Muratina plant, you don't pluck it. You allowed it to mature and it falls.
Okay.
Once it falls on its own, then you know it's mature. So my dad, that's what the kind of Muratina now they used to use. And then sugarcane juice and honey.
Yes.
Honey that is gotten from the forest, not the one that we are buying now from the shops. So it was pure Muratina. So, you know, they never saw anything wrong with this harmless African brew.
Yeah.
Until now we graduated.
Okay.
Now to beer and all this.
Yeah.
And then my dad was a very social person like me. I take a lot after my dad, from my height to my looks to being social, being talkative. My mom was the opposite.
Oh.
My mom was very quiet.
quiet.
Yeah, my mom was those reserved people. They didn't talk much.
Yes.
She didn't make friends easily. She didn't even like going to neighbors. Me and for my dad, we knew the whole estate. We knew all the bars in Thika Town, because I was born and brought up in Thika Town.
Okay.
Actually, my father was a senior administration officer with Thika Municipal Council in the 60s, immediately after independence.
Right.
And Thika was just a small settlers town. So, you know, such people now, you know, there were a lot of Wazungus, Wahindis, Arabs who had settled there. So we had Thika Sports Club, we had the golf club, we had the sports club, we had Blue Post Hotel, we had Gymkhana. Now those ones were there for the high or the well-off people. So those are the kind of clubs that we used to go to. And so we started now having a sip now of beer here and there.
Yeah.
So now it was not just Muratina over the weekend. Now we started venturing out. And it's me and my dad. The others, they used to go and say everything and where we went, where we didn't go, I don't know what. As for me, I was daddy's girl. So I never used to, you know, bring a lot of moshene home.
Okay.
My dad was super cool, So you can imagine a tall, super cool dude. He had quite a number of chicks following him around. My brother used to go and say everything. I used to keep quiet. because next time I'll be left at home. And you know, my mom used to make me parent my siblings, so I didn't like that at all. And actually, this is one of the contributing factors that makes firstborns become rebellious, because you don't have time to be a child, because you are parenting your siblings, and they never consulted you when they are giving birth to all these children.
Correct.
And then now, when they come, now it's you.
Now it becomes your
so what I used to prefer is going out with my dad, other than being left at home. And you know, that time it was not diapers, it was nappies.
Yes, it
and
was.
Before you soak, you have to remove all the shit and then whatever, and then soak it, and then wait for things that I didn't like.
So that's how you became a daddy's girl who was exposed to
drinking and smoking.
Okay.
Because my dad used to tell me to light his cigarettes.
Oh.
So I would cough.
And how old are you at this point?
Around 10, 11.
What?
How do you say no to a person you trust, especially a parent?
Yeah, this is your
father.
And
actually, the people who introduce children to alcohol and drugs, it's not strangers. It's a person the child trusts, a significant other within the family setting, or a leader somewhere, a person who has authority over that child, maybe a priest, maybe religious leaders, maybe, a person the child cannot say no to.
Yes.
And even teachers. There's some, like there was a survey that was done in the universities in Nairobi, and they found out that some of the lecturers are the ones that were bringing in drugs into the institutions. Yes.
Okay. So I'm seeing a story where you're 10, you started drinking Maratina at home, and then because you're a daddy's girl, you're going to the social clubs with him, and you're now sipping the beer that he's having and all that. And it progresses for some time. So at what point did you decide, hey, apana, I must get help now? And obviously there were several attempts, I believe. Can you talk to that?
Yeah. There were several attempts, because for my primary school, I did very well, joined Gandu Girls. Gandu Girls, I flopped.
Okay.
Actually, my dad died when I was in Form 1. Now, that really took a toll on me. Took a toll on my education, started sneaking alcohol and drugs into school. And I tell parents, when you're called to school that your child is doing drugs or is sneaking alcohol and drugs into school, usimtete. Ati my child cannot do mwalimu. Can you go and find out? Because if my mom had been told I'm bringing alcohol and cigarettes into school and introducing other girls to drinking and smoking, she could have said no. Yes, and I was the introducer. So anyway, I didn't do well. And then college as well, I joined Kenya Polytechnic. And we most of alcoholics or people with substance use disorders are curiosity driven.
Oh, curiosity.
And that's why you see especially as Kikuyus, that's why every new brand of alcohol inapelekagwa central.
Yeah.
Because sisi ni watu wa curiosity driven, and we want to try everything and everything. So I tried dancing competition when I was a first year. Nikaona hiyo haibambi. Then nikaingia Miss Kenya when I was a second year. Nikakuja namba 2.
Hii kabamba.
Si uniklapia.
I'm clapping for
then
you.
I became a model.
Wow.
I modeled for African heritage.
Yes.
And then now from there, Taska nikaweka chini. Then you can imagine you being a beauty queen. Now the kind of drinks you take is
you started having wine.
Kingfisher strawberry chilled, and then Johnny Walker and vodka and lime on the rocks, gin and tonic, those kind of things. Class imepanda, class ya boyfriend imepanda, ule boyfriend ya Kenya Polytechnic out of my life, because mtu wa kutembea Mungu napelekana aje, then you're a beauty queen.
Yeah.
So you get a guy with a real nice car and real good money, because you don't want someone at wakuangalia bill. I don't like those people even up till today, even when I'm not drinking. At every time you order something and anaangalia bill imefika wapi. Gojea bill tumalize alafu utahesabiwa.
Yes, I get you.
So anyway, I lost 3 well-paying jobs. I lost a job at Moikweta Girls. I lost a job at Pan-Afric Hotel. I lost a job at Kericho Tea Hotel. All because of drinking. And actually, most of us, people in my category, actually we are very lucky in getting jobs.
Okay.
But we can't keep the jobs.
Okay.
So after that is when now I came back to Thika. Now without money is I got involved with a doctor who had a drinking problem as well. We stayed together for 5 years, and then he died from alcohol-related complications. And then I went to Germany. A friend of mine came from Germany. And so the way I was messed up, because after Daktari died, actually, I started drinking now second generation alcoholic drinks, because their people came and took everything from me. You know, nilikuwa nasikia story how a person, when the husband dies, how the in-laws come and take everything.
Yeah.
That happened to me. And you can imagine it's very devastating. One, they did not allow me to attend the burial. Two, they did not even allow me to view the body. Three, they went to the house and took everything the day of the burial. So I went back to an empty house.
Yeah.
And here I have children. My mom took the children. I went to stay with a family friend. And that's when I said drinking second generation alcoholic drinks in these wines and spirits.
Okay.
Hapo sokoni.
Okay. I'm seeing the progression of...
now from... Yes. Now I've started taking second generation alcoholic drinks. Then my friend came and... You know, akaniambia, Gasheri, this can't be you. We knew you as a model. You know, they used to look up to me, the new fashions, the new kind of shoes, the new kind of makeup, and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And here you are, in a wines and spirits, sitting on a form outside wines and spirits.
Yes, drinking second.
Sokoni Makongeni market.
Yes.
That's when she went back to Germany and sent me an invitation letter. Ulevi yani ilinipeleka Germany.
Okay.
So,
yes.
Kwenda tukakaa kidogo, and then we fell out. We fell out because of drinking too much. By the time she comes to work, she used to find me drunk, because, you know, in Germany, they would rather give you alcohol than food.
Wow.
Alcohol is very expensive. So we were on Russian vodka throughout, and they keep a lot of alcohol in the house. So she used to find me, I've blacked out, I've done nothing in the house. So she said, no more alcohol in the house.
Okay.
Kumbe, nilijiteletea shida. I thought I was going to help you out. So is when... I started now venturing into a pub where we used to frequent. Ilikuwa inaitwa Coffee Duck. Ilikuwa ya Cameroonian. So this time the withdrawals were very, very bad.
Okay.
So one day I went to that the cafe. And I sat at the counter. I looked at alcohol. I started crying.
Yeah. Because
the withdrawals are so severe and I don't have money. So nikaanza kulia. So when the owner of Coffee Duck actually came, and you know, he was talking to me, I couldn't even respond. You know, sikuwa na nguvu hata ya kuongea. He bought me 2 shots of Russian vodka, a packet of cigarettes and a lighter. Nikapiga flash. Another 4, nikapiga flash. Sasa nikastabilize.
Okay. So you were fully dependent.
I was a real alcoholic.
Okay.
I couldn't actually function without alcohol. I had to drink to function. I had to drink to talk. I had to drink to think. I had to drink to, let's say, function from head to toe.
Okay.
So that's where I met another Mzungu who was very elderly. And we came back, got married. He went back. He was also an alcoholic. He went back and died. So you can imagine, now you bring a man to marry you and die, because he was, I don't know, he was 70-something, and I was only 40. I was 39, I think.
Okay.
So the purpose of getting married to him was for me to get married. He dies, and I inherit the property. But then he died before I went back to Germany. Na ndio tufanye harusi ingine, so that nikuwe citizen.
Yeah.
Tulilia siku 3 mimi and my brother, because my brother was my best man, and my brother was a poly-drug abuser,
Yes.
Because when this Kamuzungu came, he started coughing, My brother akaangalia akaniambia, Gasheri, spidisha harusi. Huyu mzungu anaweza kukitoa anytime. Afadhali ya kuwa asubuhi akufe saa 8. Lakini hukuwa na marriage certificate, because we thought it was automatic that the German government is going to recognize our marriage. Lakini it didn't. I even went to the German embassy with my marriage certificate. They said no.
Could not be.
This guy had not written a will. You know, I thought Muzungu kufas like Muzungu, he had written something. They didn't even know that he has a wife in Kenya.
Okay.
So hiyo ilipotea hivyo.
Okay.
So
you know, you've given us a very interesting story, and I'm now the progression from 10-year-old. Now we are here at 40. Sindio, we are at 40 now. Are you still an addict? Are you someone who's now sober curious at this point?
No, you can say curious in other ways, but not
sobriety.
Not if there's anything I would not joke around with, is my sobriety. Actually, there's a job I had, and actually the environment was so toxic, I resigned.
Okay.
in order to safeguard my sobriety.
All right.
I would rather stay without a job
Than
lose my
risk
sobriety.
that.
Because the moment I lose my sobriety, I lose everything that I've worked for in the last 22 years.
Now, in those last 22 years, maybe now we can start there. What was the hardest part about admitting that you actually needed help? Because that is what most of, people at this point are struggling with. Acceptance.
Approach.
Okay.
The approach the approach people use towards that person.
Okay.
Very, very toxic, negative approach. Why they capitalize on all the bad things this person has done and confirming what he feels about himself, telling him he's become a failure. We already know we are failures. Why are you confirming what I feel already about myself? And that's why most of them become suicidal. Personally, my mom had taken my children. She's the one who was bringing them, especially when I ended up in the Changa. In the Changa dens. Because before I went to rehab, I sold everything and relocated to Kiandu to slums.
Okay.
Where I was drinking Changa. In fact, my last drink was jet fuel.
What?
Yes. And everybody kept on telling me, wewe sasa ni mama wa aina gani? You even forgot your children. I know I forgot.
Yeah.
What kind of are you woman? They even call you a prostitute. And people had better know. Women alcoholics are not prostitutes. They don't go to the bar to sell themselves. They go to the bar to look for alcohol.
Yes.
Prostitutes go to the bar to make money.
Yes.
And prostitutes don't drink to get drunk. You'll never see a prostitute who is drunk. Wako hapa wakitime ni nani, wanaweza either pora, ama waende na yeye, watune, awalipe, ukikosa kulipa, unatwangwa, na wanakuibia.
All right.
An alcoholic woman is there looking for who can buy alcohol. And if you don't buy alcohol, I'll pickpocket you and buy for myself.
Okay.
So alcohol, drugs and crime go together.
Yes, they go together.
So the approach, can you try and look for something good in this person?
Yes.
Because there must be something. Nobody was born an alcoholic.
Yes.
Nobody was born useless. No woman gave birth to an alcoholic. It's something that comes unexpectedly. And I said it's progressive. It has 5 stages. So it's something gradual. So did this person want, the first time they got a job, did they ever do something good in the family? Maybe this person, when he got a job at Standard Group, maybe he educated his siblings. Maybe he built his mother a house or bought her a tank or even bought her a cow. Why talk about the good things that this person did for the family and tell them, now we've realized that you're having a problem and we've actually realized that addiction is a disease.
Yes.
And there is help. And you can become a better person.
Yes.
It's only, you're still very good person. The only thing people have to know is to separate alcohol, drugs from the person. There is the authentic person and there is the addicted person.
Yes.
Those are two different people. So can you talk about the authentic and Mathu that you knew?
Before overshadowing that person
with the addicted one, yes, because that is where now the person now becomes defensive.
Yes.
That is why they say, I know I don't have a drinking problem. Bona mnanionea. How come it's only me? How come mtoto mwingine hajapelekwa? Bona wewe unakunywa na hujaenda? What they do not understand is not that not everybody who drinks becomes an alcoholic. So those who are genetically, we say we call it the X factor. Who has the X factor? Those are the ones who become alcoholics.
They are genetically predisposed.
Yes, and it's an unknown factor which is in your body chemistry. So it's not something you can say, okay, I will drink and then control. For an alcoholic, there's no controlling. You keep on progressing. So many people told me those kind of things. Oh, you're such a useless person. Oh, look at yourself. Hey, you used to be a model. Now you're nothing. You are just a shadow of your former self. And that, I have to defend myself. So I became very defensive.
Yes.
But one person came to me in the Changadens, came to my level. I was seated on a stone because tulikuwa tumeuza viti kwa Changaden ingine. Tukawekewa form tukauza ikiwa kuni. So tukawekewa mawe. Ile mawe kubwa ya kujenga. So we used to sit on those stones. That guy came to my level, sat on the stone. And actually he told me, nikamwambia sasa, we usikuje na hadithi. Because we used to drink together when I used to work at Pan-Africa. So when I saw him coming, I thought he's police. Because pai tulikuwa namuona kwa mbali, wewe unakitoa. Changaden si pelesati ya starehe. Unapiga kona unaenda spin ingine kama gari mpya. So this guy looks familiar. He came and started smiling. So he came and sat there with me and said, what are you drinking? Nikamwambia mimi siku hizi mimi kunywa chamu. akaniambia patiwa mtoto ni half liter.
Oh, okay.
And we are very what can I say, tunapendana sana walevi. So if you see a stranger now coming to the base na kuongelesha mtu, first of all you want to know who is this person and what do they want. So in the Changadens we were like a family, brothers and sisters, protective. We were overprotective of one another. The first thing that they did was to come and ask him, mbona nini unataka kutoka kwa Makate? They used to call me Makate. That was my nickname. Base.
Okay.
So akasema no, we used to drink together, so I came looking for her because she's a good friend of mine. Wakaambiwa peweni jik. Hata yeye alikuwa amefika Chang'aa ndio akapelekwa rehab. So that's when he told me, Gasheri, you're still very beautiful, you're still very eloquent, you're still you know this vibe, you have the vibe of talking to people, how you tell us stories in the bar paka tunanyamaza, there is a way out. I can take you somewhere where I was taken. It's a rehab so that we get back the Gasheri who is good, who is beautiful. And believe you me, you'll become a public speaker.
Wow.
Or a public educator about alcohol and drug abuse.
Wow.
Because si ulikuwa natuma nyamazisha kwa bar. Na mastori zingine sijui ulikuwa natoaga wapi. Sasa we utakuwa unapita na stories za kuambia watu ubaya wa pombe, ubaya sigara, ubaya mogoka, ubaya ya everything else that you've ever used. And that gave me hope. Why? Because already he has brought out the good in me.
Yes, he
I was a model.
Yes.
He's brought all that. I'm still beautiful. Other than wengine wanasema hebu jiangalie kwa kioo. Uone vile sura umezeeka kuliko hata nyanya yako. You know all those kind of things. This is a person who brought out the good in me. And this is the person who took me to rehab.
Wow.
Nilimwambia huniwache. Na zao ukiniwacha mimi na daddy.
So from there you went to rehab?
From there, in fact, he took me. He's the one who took me all the way to Homa Bay. Actually, when he called my mom and said, Jerry amekubali kwenda rehab, mama yangu akamwambia, umemwambia nini? Because even my mom had told, ukienda kwa Gasheri, just know she's very abusive. She will abuse you from far. These days, she abuses people very, very badly. So I said, okay, even if she abuses me and she listens to me, cool. The next thing my mom had kwa basi ya kwenda Homa Bay.
Kinda rehab.
My mom, in fact, my mom aliambia my friend, take her to the farthest. So nikapelekwa and take her at night. Asijue venye mmepitia. So that's how I ended up in Asumbi, 3 months program, and here I am.
Now you're here and you do moderate and talk to people about sobriety, which is the reason why you sat there as an inspiration for us. So why is there so much stigma around recovery? There's so much stigma. Why is it that around addiction even?
Because people don't understand it's a disease. They think it's a moral failure.
Because they don't understand.
Ationa vile amejifanya. Who would want to be like that? No, just look at me the way I am. Can you now visualize me in the slums?
Absolutely.
Seated on a stone in a Changaden. I wouldn't want. I brought the beauty crown from Nairobi, from International Casino to the Changadens. I would not have chosen that kind of life. I would not have chosen to be wearing one trouser for 3 days. I would not have chosen to be walking with slippers of different colors. Because I was used to stilettos.
And now here you are.
And now here I am. I don't even know the price of a lipstick. Because sasa Changada unaleweka lipstick ndani. Tena hiyo pesa ya lipstick na glass ya chap.
I get that. So for people who are listening, maybe they want some inspiration. How has sobriety affected your relationships and, maybe with the children, with your family and everyone else?
Good.
Because people want that.
I've been able to rebuild. Before, I didn't have a relationship with my children.
No.
Because, my children were taken away from me when they were young. Especially my last born. My daughter, my first born at least could understand. And even when I came from rehab, she understood because she was in the university then. She's 42 years.
Okay.
Hata ukiniona hivyo, I'm not that young. But nimekataa uzee. Uzee na mimi hatuna contract. No. Have to live. You have to be smart, bwana. Huwezi chapa na ulevi and then when you're sober ujichapishe hii ovyo.
Ni ukweli.
Lazima ujiangalie na ukae smart na ukae ukiwa radio.
Yes.
So actually the most important thing is that look for a rehab with a structured program.
Okay.
Where we have individual therapy, group therapy, family therapy, exit planning. So my mom used to come for therapy.
Right.
Later, even after rehab, I went for therapy with my children.
Wow.
Because we had to start rebuilding. Actually, for my last born daughter, it was building a relationship. And then for these other ones, it was rebuilding a relationship, pole, and it took a while. For my daughter, it took her 4 years to call me mom.
Wow.
4 years when I'm sober. She just couldn't, even when she wanted something, she would call my mom. Then my mom would ask me, I mean, why aren't you buying the children's shoes?
Yeah.
Because they're they were so used to asking my mom. Now they're wondering now who is this stranger?
Yes.
Because I was a stranger to them. But now we have a very good relationship with them. At least I made amends with them. I made amends with my mom.
Yes.
I made amends with the other family members and even friends.
Yes.
Because I had messed up my relationships with everybody. Yeah.
All right. I want you to talk about maybe, I don't know if you have any data that you could share, but how are there any, when you talk of alcohol abuse and substance abuse in Kenya, what are the patterns that are dominant? Are women over abusing? Are we not? Are we even open to going to therapy, being in rehab, particularly women?
Women now, unlike before, when we used to wait for a person to ask us out for a date, now women are taking themselves out. Unlike before, when you waited for someone to buy you a drink, these days we are buying ourselves drinks.
Yeah.
So women are really caught up with drinking, smoking, and especially the young people, the young girls, marijuana and shisha.
Yeah.
They think shisha now is legal. They have they
lifted the ban.
The ban, So actually, shisha is nothing but a tobacco product.
Okay.
Flavored tobacco product mixed with molasses. So they have different flavors. Pineapple, strawberry, all those kind of flavors. So you go in to smoke they're attracted actually by the flavor and the bubbling of the water. That's why we call it bubble hubble.
Oh,
we call it
shisha
bubble hubble.
is called bubble hubble.
No, the hookah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because as you smoke, it's bubbling. It's exciting. It looks cool. And actually, do you know shisha is smoother than a cigarette by far?
Oh.
But the effects of shisha are worse than that of a cigarette.
Oh, wow.
So people should not forget that it's still a tobacco product.
Yes.
But why it was banned is because the shisha cafes had started now lacing shisha with other drugs like heroin, like cocaine, crystal meth.
Yeah.
So you go in to smoke shisha, you come out a cocaine addict. You come out a crystal meth addict. So it's the substances that were being blended into the shisha that had made the government to ban it for some time.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in your experience, how does women's drinking differ from men's in terms of maybe consequences? I feel like I'm not an expert on this, but as you're saying, a woman seen in a bar, you're perceived in a very different way from just seeing a man in a bar. It's predetermined that a bar is a man's place. So in terms of consequences, how are women struggling more than men?
In the African culture,
yes, please.
Women are seen as caregivers, as nurturers, as glue that brings the family together, that glues the family together.
Yes.
And from Kitambo, we were supposed to be homemakers. You are the one. In fact, women were not career ladies.
Oh, yeah.
They were the ones who were taking care of the children, taking care of the homestead, taking care of the shamba, taking care of the family business if there is any. Taking care of the milk, where is, selling of milk. Basically the homestead. They were the managers. Now here you are in the bar, and you're supposed to be nurturing the children, you're supposed to take care of your husband, you're supposed to be ironing his shirts. In fact, actually, if your husband is seen with a shirt that is not ironed, the people start asking, and who is the wife? How come he comes to work without polished shoes? You see? So now, from the African context, that is where now the women drinking is the stigma is higher than that of men. Men are known to drink, although like now before, even kitambo, because I've tried to do a little bit of research from Wazes. Before, alcohol was not drunk just anyhowly at every day. There had to be a reason, there had to be a function, there had to be maybe a wedding, naming of a child or something like that. There had to be something they're celebrating.
It was ceremonial.
It was very ceremonial. And it was actually drunk most of the times to celebrate something. But now these days, it's anytime, any day. And that's why alcoholism was there even from days of Kitambo. And that's why, like in the Kikuyus, in the Kikuyu tribe, we have names like Wanjohi, Mureu, Mukudi, Kanyotu, and all that. And even other tribes like Kamba, I understand, Koki, Monyoki. Yeah. So every tribe iko na hiyo majina. But it was not as high as it is now. Because, first of all, early exposure. Both girls and boys. And then again, we have now people now doing drugs even in schools. So I think the exposure and then availability, acceptability, accessibility, affordability, all that put together, then everybody goes to drink. So for a woman to be seen in the bar, people tend to think that you are very careless woman or something like that. You should be in your house doing something, So it's easier for a man to even say, I have a drinking problem, or it's easier for a family to take their son to a rehab other than to take their daughter to a rehab. What they do is they put the girl in the house, or the wife in the house, they bring the alcohol, you become a closet drinker, and when you die, that's where you'll never see the cause of death, the COD. They call it short illness. Ulevi is not short illness, my friends who are listening to me. It's a long illness bravely borne. It's not short illness. Because by the time a person figures to die, hamekunywa miaka ngapi? And different brands of cheap alcohol and whatever, changa, starting from good, whatever they call good. But hakuna pombe ya fry, ama ya chemusha, ama ya roast. Alcohol is alcohol.
Alcohol is alcohol. We have about 3-4 minutes, and I want you to talk about recovery. What does recovery mean in your words? And what pathways exist in Kenya? Maybe you can talk about support groups, rehab, counseling, or even helplines for people who would like to seek help.
Okay, recovery is not stopping to drink. Recovery is changing. One, stopping to drink is cool.
Okay.
And anybody can stop drinking. Do you know you can stop drinking for a day?
Yeah, true.
Do you know you can stop drinking for a few hours?
Yes.
It's change of lifestyle. You stop drinking, you change your ways, you change your friends, you change your language, you change your way of doing things, you change your communication style.
Yes.
Because most of it was abusive and defensive. So you start looking for a job, and then you get new friends who are drug-free. We have drug-free networks.
Yes.
Like we have AA, Alcoholics Anonymous.
Okay.
You can find them in churches in Nairobi, All Saints Cathedral, Holy Family Basilica, Consolata Westlands, St. Paul's University Way, KU Chapel, St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Thika, and I think somewhere in Nyeri. They are all over. Okay. So if you go to one and you want to a support group near you, just call Nakada Helpline 1192. Okay. Then you say where you are calling from. They will tell you the available support group that you're looking for. We have NA, Narcotics Anonymous. We have SA. SA is Sex Anonymous. Okay. Because we have people with sex problem, sex addicts. Yeah, so this one, it's a SDA, Opposite Integrity House. Okay. This one I only know of one. Okay. But if you call Nakada Helpline, they might find maybe we have new ones in different cities or in different towns. Right. Yes. So help is available, readily available. Yes. So when you call 1192, they will refer you to the nearest treatment center, or they can refer you to a psychiatrist. They can refer you to a psychologist. They can refer you to a support group. Absolutely. Give me your final word as I come to an end. Recovery is possible, and we become productive members of the society. Let people not look down upon us as failures. Yeah. person with substance use disorder is not a failure. They are down but not out. With treatment and rehabilitation, they can spring back to life and become productive members of the society.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Anne Mathu, for joining us. Thank you for your stories. Guys, follow her on social media so that you follow up on that conversation, and be sure to seek help if you're struggling with any sort of addiction. Now, that is our show today, The Pink Perspective. We are going to be back next Saturday at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we always do.